Hey everybody, welcome back. How can you get clients fast? A little later in this video, I'm going to share with you the one secret method to use to get clients to want to work with you, and also the one platform you can use to get clients that creative professionals and a lot of people seem to be ignoring. So the biggest question I get asked on my YouTube channel, from my email list, from my Facebook groups, is how do I get clients? And at this time, when the coronavirus is breaking out, a lot of people are getting laid off, they're getting furloughed, they're losing clients. So people want to know, how can I get clients fast? What I usually suggest is that people use content marketing, writing blogs, doing video, doing audio, creating lead magnets and social posts. The only problem with content marketing is that it's a long game. Content marketing takes time. You have to do it over a long period of time consistently, and you have to kind of start doing it long before you actually see the results of it. The usual sales funnel is pretty much an inverted pyramid with 4 levels. There's a number of different models of a sales funnel, but the one I'm going to talk about has 4 levels. Opening of the funnel, the beginning of the funnel, is awareness. This is where you show up with content marketing or blogging, or going to conferences, or in traditional advertising, and people become aware of your brand, aware that your brand even exists. The next step through that funnel is interest. This is where people start to understand what you do, see what you do, hear how good you are at what you do, and develop interest in you. The next level down is decision. This is that trigger point where people decide that they think that they want to do business with you. They might be able to make that leap. And number 4 is action. That's when they're actually taking action, reaching out with you, they're ready to buy. So the solution here, the solution to getting more clients faster, is to essentially jump over the first 2 levels of that sales funnel. You want to jump over the levels of awareness and interest and move directly into decision and action. How do you do that? You do that by developing advocates. You want to get referrals via word of mouth coming from people to prospective clients about you. Word of mouth is the most effective kind of advertising because it's not a push advertising coming from you crowing about how great you are. What it is someone else recommending you to clients or prospects as being a great resource and someone who does amazing work. Word of mouth is so much more powerful than traditional outreach. So how do you get people to refer you? As I said, you develop advocates. So who can you ask to be your advocates? Well, the absolute best people to ask are either current or past clients, and mainly because they've worked with you directly and they know the quality of your work and they can represent you in a really credible way to others. You could also ask prospects that you were going to work with or who were going to work with you, but the project didn't come about for some reason, but they had gotten to the level of wanting to take that action. So again, they could represent you in a really credible way to others. You can also ask old coworkers or old colleagues. You want to try to ask people who don't do exactly what you do. So if you're a graphic designer, you may not want to ask other graphic designers because they may need work from these clients as well. You might want to ask people who are copywriters or photographers or web developers if they can refer you to other prospective clients who might need your goods or services, but it's not going to be in direct conflict with what they do. So what kind of ammo do you need to give your advocates? Because people are going to ask you, what do you want me to say? So what you want to do is you want to develop an elevator pitch essentially for them, a single sentence, who you help, what you help them do, and what you provide. Essentially, I help X do Y by providing Z. And you can provide them with, to a certain extent, a ready-made template email for them to just copy and paste and send out for you. That way you can really control how you're positioning yourself and what you want to say. And also it makes it really easy for them to do, so it's not a huge effort on their part. All they have to do is cut, paste, and send it. Earlier in the video I said I was going to share a secret weapon. Well, word of mouth is the best introduction. But the secret weapon is providing free value, because free value cements the deal. What you can do is you can do a quick audit of your prospect's brand ecosystem. So look at their website, of their design, of their copy, of their imagery, of their video channel, whatever it is that you do. and then share your opinion with them of what you think they could do better, what you think is wrong with what they have out there, and then also what you would do to fix it. You don't have to actually do the work, you just have to recognize and articulate what it is that you could improve for them. You want to do a free audit and give them that point of view, a free consultation, so to speak. And then you say, well, you may have your own vendors who could do this for you. I just wanted to share this with you. But if you don't, I'd be happy to do it for you and offer your services. That way, there's a whole lot less pressure on them. Now, here's the important thing about doing this. It kind of has a princess and the pea effect, meaning you're placing that pea of knowledge of something's wrong with their brand under their mattress, and then they're going to have a hard time sleeping. It's going to eat at their brain, it's going to be in the back of their brain, and they're going to constantly think about these things that you've shared with them that they could be doing better. And that is what's eventually, over time, going to seal that deal for you. Earlier in the video, I also said I was going to be sharing a platform that I think that creative professionals are underutilizing in doing this kind of outreach. And that platform is LinkedIn. COVID-19 has really been this great equalizer, and I've noticed that on LinkedIn that the conversation and the tone has gotten a lot softer and more humanistic than it used to be. People are reaching out to people on a much more casual level than they used to on LinkedIn, to check in, to see how people are doing, to show caring. People are open to personal communication more than ever. So LinkedIn is an incredible channel for this. Why? Because you can connect with and message your advocate directly on LinkedIn. Your advocate can introduce you to the possible prospect directly on LinkedIn. The prospect can check out your profile very quickly and easily, and maybe even your portfolio directly on LinkedIn. And then they could message you directly through LinkedIn. In fact, you can interact and do this whole process on one single platform rather than people having to go to your website or email you directly. It can be all very self-contained. So it can all be done on the same site. There are no distractions. Their attention isn't being grabbed by something else or some notification or some other web page. It's all self-contained. On LinkedIn also, people expect pitches. They expect people to be reaching out to them for new business. So it's an appropriate site to be doing this. And they want to network more than ever. Everyone is open to networking more than ever right now because of the uncertain economic situation that we're in. Now, all that said, let's do a quick review. What you want to do is you want to try to jump over the awareness and interest sections of the funnel and dive directly into decision and action. And how you do that is developing word-of-mouth recommendations through advocates. And the platform that you want to use is LinkedIn. You want to provide value for free to seal that deal, and you want to plant that seed, that pea, under their mattress so that they're going to want to eventually work with you to solve that problem. And finally, I want to invite you to my new Facebook group. It's called Brand Design Masters. It's a group of creative professionals and entrepreneurs who are all masterminding together to try to increase their design skills, their business skills, their strategy skills, their marketing skills, and building their personal businesses and brands. So please come over and apply and join that private Facebook group. And with that, thanks again for watching. Please hit subscribe and that notifications bell so you can see my videos when they come out and catch me when I go live. And with that, thanks again for watching. Bye for now.